Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at TFC's Prometheus warning line, which is their groove. So, here he is. First thing I want to take a look at, and I usually don't care about these things, but is the packaging. Now, the box itself is, it's just another box. Pulling it out, we get the plastic tray. Back here. And I did switch to the gray. As you can see, it's not making a whole lot of difference due to my lights. But you can definitely see the white there, and this is gray. So, anyway. What I want to show off is the fact that unlike their previous releases, instead of it being, the figure in the tray with a bunch of twist ties, they've got this molded tray that fits over the top and holds everything in place with one twist tie that holds the entire thing together, making it incredibly easy to get them out of the package, but at the same time keeping them really safe. And no chance of him scraping the front of the packaging when he's locked in a cell like that. I have to say, this is probably one of the better packaging I've seen in a while. Without all the twist ties and just one twist tie holding the whole thing, it's very appreciated. I really like it. I really like that a lot. Yeah. So here is the figure. And like I said, this gray, I guess it's working, because you can see the white. I think this gray might be just right. Okay. Just seeing how a gray figure looks on that gray background. But yeah, okay. I think this is gonna work. Might want to go a couple shades darker. What do you guys think? Anyway, so as my new setup goes, I'm going to take a look at the figure in robot mode, go over articulations, accessories, and such, and then transform him to vehicle mode, and then back to robot mode, and then give final thoughts and size comparisons. So, this one's probably going to be a long video again, because there's a lot of comparisons to go with. Alright, so for his accessories, he does come with the foot plate, and like all TFC combiners, there's just the standard combiner port plug thing here. I still wish there was a better way for them to do it, but unlike the Predaking, I feel this, because it's a smaller combiner overall, that I think that this is going to work a little bit better. He also comes with these things. He's got two guns. They're identical to each other, and this connects to the back of the bike like this, so that you're able to connect the guns and make it go over. And I'll show that off once we get into the bike mode. But it's kind of cool because this time, unlike their Streetwise, this definitely looks like it could double as a gun. So, you just plug that in, and he's got like this cool little, I would call it a shotgun. A door breach shotgun. I think that's what it kind of looks like. But he also does have, his rifles as well. So, really cool. I really dig that. So his articulation, his head is on a swivel. It doesn't really lock in up here, which kind of bugs me, but not too terribly bad, because it's not a position that's like all the time moving, like, if his wrist didn't lock in. So it's a little irritating, but not too bad. Shoulders are on a hinge up here and up here, so they go up, down, in, out. They rotate. They do get a little hindered. This one more so than this one because it's got the handlebars on the back. But you still get all the movement. It just gets a little caught up here and there. Swivels at the bicep. Ratchet elbow. No swivel at the hand, but it does kind of rotate, but it's really stiff in there. And I guess I will show this off here too. There's a little bit of a stress mark forming there from when I put the guns into his hands, which is a little irritating, but not too shocking with TFC. It's not a fully TFC toy until you get till you get a little stress mark going. Swivels at the thigh or the waist, hips, soft ratchet, harder ratchet going out, thigh swivel, bends at the knee. Foot is on a rotator joint right here for transformation, so you do get pivot there. There's a hinge there, and the toe has a double hinge, so pretty good there. Personally, I like this configuration on the backpack, but you don't have to do that. You can, and these things plug together really well. But the G1 just had the back, or the front tire just hanging off his back. So I kind of, that's the reason why I kind of like it that way. You can kind of position like that. You can't really get them to go up, because if you do, you're moving the whole arm assembly, because this whole thing's on an assembly, right, or swivel right there. So you can kind of get them out if you want to, fold them down so they look like, little takeoff things. They remind me a lot of Sandstorm's back kibble. So it's I like I said, I prefer just to close them up and just leave them like that. Let them close them up all the way because we're about to go into transformation. But I mean, I just prefer to have them on the back like that. Yeah, it's kibble, but it's actually G1 accurate kibble. So, to get into vehicle mode, we'll move this stuff out. We will need this. Well, you don't need that, but this little piece, you don't technically need it, but it can't hurt to get it done now. So you take his head and you rotate it around, flip it in like that. And I've actually only done this once. I found the transformation actually a little too simple to keep testing on it. And I've seen other reviewers that are like, wow, this guy's really complicated, very challenging, but I don't feel that way. Slide this in. Now, I'm not saying that he's too simple that I can't do anything with him, but just saying. Yeah. So fold these pieces out like so. Just kind of keep them not all the way out so that you still have a little bit of movement there. Let's see here. Fold this assembly here. Folds up like so. And I'm sorry if this is really bright white plastic, but nothing I can really do about that. So fold that assembly all the way up. Just kind of keep these pieces up and out of the way. And what you want to do is rotate this whole assembly down so it's like this. So this is where it was, and you want to rotate it down like so. And then these pieces will come around, and see there's this groove that's cut out in groove. That's stupid. But there's these grooves that are cut out in the shoulders. They'll accommodate that head. So you just kind of want to get these things lined up and give them a good push. I like to keep these panels up a little bit because we'll need to get in there to mess with the hands later. But just get these. There's tabs here and here, here and here. They go into this slot there and that slot right there. So just get those lined up and they tab in no problem. Get this front bumper here and tab that in. Lock those wheels in like so. Just like so. And then for the back here, what we want to do is take this assembly here and it just rotates. This rotates up right there, and then this will rotate up in there like so. And then this tab right here will plug into the hands. So that's why I said, you know, kind of leave these things a little open so that we can get in there and mess with that in a few minutes. So fold that in like so. Straighten out the legs, and then you'll see how it all kind of comes together up there. And then you will slide the hands down and just plug them in. Like so. Fold the feet like this, and then these will come all the way up here. Like so. And then this is where, well, we've got it all not connected. We'll take this connector port and we plug it in right here. There we go. And this is this part always kind of like gets a little tight, but once you get it in there, everything locks in really well. There we go. Alright. Take this panel here, there's a tab right there that plugs into that slot right there. Just like so. Do the same thing over here. Tab it in, and then these pieces, they don't really tab in anywhere, they just kind of fold down. And there you have his bike in or warning line, or groove if you will, in robot mode. Wheels do not roll very well. They don't. I've seen other reviewers have that same issue. It's not a clearance issue, it's just the wheels aren't designed very well. But yeah. Now, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't like how they're just making some sort of weird bike up for this, or, you know, they're copying off of Batman. Well, okay. This, my friends, is the designed after the Dodge Tomahawk. I didn't even have to research that. I saw the bike and I was like, that's a Tomahawk. And what the Tomahawk is the fastest motorcycle on Earth, because inside it's got a Viper engine, and I think there's only a few of them that were ever made. But this thing will go real fast, so it's cool that they're actually using a real vehicle for an alt mode, even though it looks futuristic. And you know, they're trying to get that scale, you know, to make it look, oh well, his leg is just a little motorcycle. Well, now his leg is a tomahawk. So yeah. Anyway, you can take this piece here. Use the one that's angled. And you plug it into that connector port that we put in there. Just plug that in, and then you can take the guns here, plug them in right here. So that's pretty cool. And then, like, I don't usually go into combine mode, but basically that's, there you go. You'll take the wheels down and stuff like that. So, real simple transformation here. It's a good transformation though. I mean, it's complicated enough to keep me satisfied, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't believe I can't figure this figure out. So yeah, I really dig the bike mode. I'm really happy with that. So to transform back, I'd flip this piece down because it kind of gave it a little bit more clearance. But flip that back up. And see, this is one of those things, like on this figure, that I really appreciate, because this, in robot mode, just folds up and covers up the connector port on the back. They didn't have to do that at all. I mean, I wouldn't have cared, because the motorcycle wheels are in the way. I'll show you all that in a second, but I mean, there's no reason to do that. Aside from just trying to make it look more aesthetically pleasing, and they did a good job. So fold these up, split the legs, kind of just pull these panels out. There we go. Pull that out, pull that out. We'll split the legs. There we go. And before you can fold the feet around, you got to pull this connector port out, because it really makes it difficult to do anything, or it makes it impossible, because it plugs in right there. And as you can see, like when you rotate the foot, it's got to have that clearance. So fold the foot down and then fold it out like so. Unpeg the hands. Okay. Rotate down these panels here. Flip them down. Down and down. And pull these pieces out. Like so. Rotate this whole assembly. Now we gotta split the wheels. Split the wheels. Rotate the assembly. Rotate the assembly. Flip up the head. Pause the video for a sec. And I did add a little Autobot logo in there as well. So, okay, so as you can see, he's got this panel here. It's there, but when you put the wheels in the way, it pretty much hides that whole section anyway. So it really is. It's one of those they really didn't have to do, and I appreciate they did. Extend the arms. And these things do click in there pretty tight. There we go. There's something over here. There we go. Fold those panels up, and just now we're just kind of making them pretty. There we go. And there is warning line back in robot mode. Again, there's nothing really we can do with these things. They just set off to the side, and you gotta choose which rifles you want to use, so we'll just use the standard ones. There we go. But all in all, really great figure. Yeah, I know some people are complaining that he's not entirely G1 accurate with paint scheme and design, but his head is, and the overall look is. They took the liberty to redesign the bike to be the Tomahawk as opposed to a regular motorcycle, and quite frankly, I think it's one of those times where they took a risk because the fan base will be split on, oh well, he's not G1 enough, and then So they took the risk, and for this particular figure, I think they pulled it off really well. So let's do some size comparisons here. Here's next to the Streetwise, Groovin Streetwise here. Why aren't you wanting to stand? What's your problem? There we go. Let's do. There's Wheeljack. Put Wheeljack in there. He's about a head taller than Wheeljack. He's just a tad shorter than his co-worker there. iGear's Ratchet. Set him back there. If they stand, there you go. He's about a little over a head taller. Let's see who else we got right here. Masterpiece Prowl. Lots of white going on. I'm glad we switched to the gray. So he's just a little bit taller than them. Let's see. Classics Bumblebee. Or I believe this is Reveal the Shield, or one of those guys. Here it is. Classics Prime. Get a little bit more color in here. And as you see, he's about, Bumblebee comes up to mid chest, and he's about a little more than a head shorter than Prime. Comedy Deluxe. We'll get Hoist in here. And if you guys want to see him compared to anybody in particular, let me know. And I'm always happy to do it. And he's about a head taller than Common Day Deluxe. So, all in all, they're Protectobots. They're really, I don't even know how to really go into this. It's they're Predacons for me, aside from Rampage, really have been such a fail. And I know there are a lot of people that really like them. I feel like they were really rushed, and this figure, to me, him and Streetwise, they just show what they can do when they really take their time. Yeah, these guys still have some of the same issues that the Predacons do, with certain parts not locking together completely, but they've designed it so that when it happens, it's not an issue. His head doesn't lock in, but it's not an issue for me. It's not like when I move the arm, the hand only moves. I keep using this guy as an example, but it is a great example. When I move the sword just a little bit, the hand moves, and that really bugs me. These guys don't have that issue. Oh, might as well throw him in there too. About the same height. So I think the quality of these new of the Protectobots is infinitely better than the quality of the Predacons. I think they're taking their time with the Protectobots. It shows. Yeah, I mean, one, not only are we seeing them come out at later dates, you know, they're not being cranked out as quickly as the Predacons were. You know, they seem to be taking their time with them, and it's showing with the quality and the designs. The fact that both these guys' heads look like the G1 heads, which is something that a lot of people had complained about, that they weren't doing with the aerial bots. So they really stepped that up. Yeah, the designs are a little bit different, but they're similar to the G1 enough to be, for me, to be, okay, these are cool. Unlike the Predacons, who, like this particular one, where you cannot really put his beast mode head on top of his head like he's supposed to be in the G1. I don't like that you can't do that with him. The fact that this particular one comes in that new plastic tray that they're doing, where he's protected on both sides by the plastic tray, but there's only one twist tie, so he's really easy to get out of packaging, but he's also really safe. So all in all, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's a really solid figure on his own. I think the Streetwise figure is a really solid figure on his own. I think he's a good figure. I really enjoy messing with him. He's a lot of fun to transform. Like I said, I mean, he's complicated. He's a little complicated, but he's not like overly complicated. And you know, once you get him into bike mode, it's satisfying. Once you get him into robot mode, it's satisfying. And going into combined mode is just such a piece of cake. I really recommend him. And Streetwise, if you guys don't have these guys, and you're Autobot fans, I have to question why. I think these things are really great figures. I really enjoy them. Unlike the Predacons, unlike the Predacons, I think they're really stepping up their game. So I'm really excited for Hotspot. They had promo pictures of First Aid, which, as you guys know, is my personal favorite of this particular team. So I'm really excited for it. I think this is going to be a great team. I may not even put them in combined mode because I'm really enjoying their robot modes. So yeah, TFC's Groove or Warning Line. For all you people that say I'm hating against TFC again, here's my answer to you. Okay, so I totally forgot to do the Seekers on this one. So let's get the Seekers out. Here he is next to Acid Storm, who's not going to stand. He's just not going to stand. I think he's done. So he's about a head shorter, or a head taller than the classic Seekers mold. And here he is next to the Gear Thrust. Who is about a head taller, so I think that's about right for me. So yeah, sorry about that.